Hello everyone. In today's video we are going to set up Azure Essential, which is a cloud-based SIEM, as well as a virtual machine in the cloud, which is going to be our honeypot. We are going to make it extremely vulnerable to the internet, and then essentially we are going to monitor and log lots of attacks from different IP addresses from different countries, like all over the world. And then we are going to take that data and display it on the map, so we can see where all those attacks are coming from. So we are going to inspect only failed RDP logs, put them into the map, and we are going to do a whole setup process, like setting up a virtual machine, integrating the logs, and transforming the logs. So just a high-level overview we are going to do in this lab. First, we are going to create our Azure subscription. It is free, and you get around $200 worth of free credits. Next, we are going to do is create a virtual machine in Azure, where we are going to turn external firewalls off for that virtual machine, and we are going to turn Windows firewall off as well, so it is extremely exposed to the internet, and anyone can ping it from any country. Normally you wouldn't want to do this, but we want to our virtual machine to look like really attractive to attackers, and we want people to discover it really easy. So we are going to turn off all those firewalls. Next, we are going to create a log repository in Azure called Log Analytics Workspace, which will be used to ingest our logs from the virtual machine, and then we are going to set up Azure Essential with Azure. That just essentially Microsoft Cloud Native SIEM, which we are going to use to create a map that maps all the different attackers' data, so we can see what country the things are coming from. And in here we are also going to use a PowerShell in this tab. The purpose for this is normally when you try to log into the Windows machine and it fails, you get some sort of information where the IP address of failure is coming from, and where the attackers are coming from, but you can't necessarily see the country as latitude and longitude and all those things. So we are going to use PowerShell to extract the IP address from the Windows log and send it to a third-party API, and the API will drive the latitude and longitude and state and province and all this stuff, and send back the information to our virtual machine, which will then use to create a custom log with geographic data in it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to have to do is set up our Azure account here, and unfortunately you will have to put in your credit card information here, but against it you will get $200 credit to use within 30 days. Now, you will not be using all that for this lab. So go ahead and create your Azure account here. Alright, so once you've done with your using your Microsoft Azure, what you need to do is you will need to eliminate your resource group, because what will happen, it will eat up your subscription and might end up getting charged for the stuff. So I highly recommend it. Just go back once you're done with your lab, go back to the subscription and resources and eliminate all of them. So for that, you go to the resource group, and here it is. All right, so that's the resource group we had created. So we'll go inside there and select all the resources here. Delete resource group right here, and you will have to name it. So ours is Honeypot Lab, and it'll get all green here, and we'll go ahead and delete that, and that'll be it. All right, and once you've done creating your account, you can go to portal.azure.com, and you'll be greeted with this page here. Right, so the very first thing we are going to do is we are going to create a virtual machine here. So we'll go ahead and type in virtual machine here, and here it is. And because it's intend to take a while, so we'll tackle this first here. And basically this is the machine is going to be sitting outside on the internet here, and essentially the people from the world are going to be attacking this particular virtual machine here, and they'll try to log into this virtual machine thinking it's online. Right, so we'll go ahead and create the new machine here. Create. Right, so we'll go ahead and go inside here, and resource group. Right, so we'll add the resource group here, and we'll call it Honeypot Lab. So basically the resource is just basically like a logical grouping of resources in Azure that usually share the same lifespan. So everything in the project we are going to put in the same resource group. So we'll just call it like Honeypot Lab here. Next things we are going to call the virtual machine. You can call it anything. I'm going to call it here Honeypot virtual machine or something. And then the region here, we're going to select West US 3 here. It'll be easier for availability and stuff like that. And over here we'll choose Windows 11 Pro. This one we'll just leave it default here. We don't need to change anything here. We eventually going to have to change that anyways. So we'll create our login here. And we supposed to put in a really long password here. Right, so the passwords, and it does require a minimum of 12 collision of letters and uppercase and lowercase and numerical as well. This one I will leave as is. Confirm and review and create. So next we'll move to the disk. Go to the next, which is disk. We don't need to make any changes here. We'll hit the next button on the network here where it says NIC, the network security group. We'll click on the advanced and create the new one, and the existence one right here, we'll right click on that and remove that, and we'll add a new inbound rule. So basically what will happens here, basically any incoming traffic here, any pings, any sort of someone try to reach us to our vulnerable machine here, they'll be able to access it easily, and it's easily discoverable by the people. So destination any, customs any. For the destination port, we'll just choose a star, so anyone can reach us add, and actions is allowed, and priorities will choose the minimum, which is of 100. Under the name, we'll give it a name, danger underscore any underscore in. So anything coming in now, they'll be able to just reach to us. So we'll go ahead and add that. Click OK here, and here we are. And next we'll go to the management. Nothing to be changed here. Next thing we're going to do is advance. Nothing to be changed here. Next is tags. Nothing to be changed here. Now we'll go ahead and review and create our machine here. So these are all the basic information here. It looks everything okay. So we'll go ahead and create that. Alright, so now while it's creating the virtual machine, this might take a while, so we'll go ahead and create our log analytics workspace here. Go to log analytics workspace. Alright, so we are in the log analytic space here, and the purpose of this is kind of ingest log from the virtual machine. We are going to ingest like a window event log, and we are going to create our own custom log that contains geographic information, so we can discover where the attacks are coming from. And to do that, we are going to create a log analytics workspace. This is where those logs will be stored, and then SIEM Azure Essential will connect to this workspace to be displayed on our geo data on the map. Alright, so we'll go ahead and create that analytic workspace here. Hit create, and the resource group, we already created that, and we'll choose the one from earlier on, Honeypot Lab. And as far as the name goes, you could name anything similar to this. I'm going to use this one, dash Honeypot. See if that's available. Looks like it is. And alright, and the region we're going to choose here, West US2, from the drop down menu. And now we'll go ahead and review and create. And this is now going to review it. And once it's done doing so, we're going to hit create here. And this is going to create our log analytic workspace here. There you are. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do is we are going to go to our Microsoft Defender. And for the cloud, once you are in here, you can go ahead and click on the virtual machine we just created, which is this one right here. And in here, what you need to do is go ahead and turn on this protection here, which is on, and then we'll save here, confirm. And now it's going to process the plan. Alright, so once that's all set up, we are going to go back to our log analytics workspace here. And this is the machine we have, the work group we have created earlier on. And under that, on the left hand side, there should be a virtual machines here. And that's the machine we have created earlier on. Now we'll go ahead and connect that. Right, and this might take a while, so we'll have it let that happen, and we'll open up another browser, and we'll right, so our new tab is open, so we'll go ahead and set up the Sentinel here. And now we'll type in Sentinel. This is the Sentinel we are going to select. Right, and then we'll create the Azure Sentinel here. And this is the Sentinel. We'll click on that, add it. Right, so it looks like it's done here. So we'll try to log into the virtual machines here and see if it allows us to log. Alright, so it looks like that's our IP address. We are going to copy that, and let's try to connect to this machine here. So we'll go here. So we'll look for the RDP, remote desktop connection. We'll click on that, and here it is. And we are going to paste the IP address we copied earlier on, and the display here we are going to not going to be large. We'll just minimize it right here. That's good. Now we'll go ahead and connect it, and here is asking us for the username and the password, the one we have created earlier on when we created our virtual machine. So we'll use that ID and your username and password in here. All right, and hit OK. Looks like its credentials fail, so I must have put in the wrong information here. So let's go back and redo that. Alright, we'll try this again. Alright, so it looks like we are in here, so we'll accept this here. It's a good thing that we have failed the attempt, because review the log and see what exactly why the log failed, and it will give us the sort of information we need to view. Alright, so we are inside the machine here. Location, I'm not sure. So let's hit next. Nope, nope, nope. Next, and accept all of them. And here we are on the main dashboard of our virtual machine here. So this is your VM, and by the time, how can you tell is there should be the IP address right on top of that, so we don't get confused between our the actual computer and the virtual environment here. However, this one is running on Windows 11, so you can tell the difference. My main computer is running on the Windows 10, so that's the difference, and the borders and edges are set it up, not yet set it up, hasn't been customized yet, so you can tell apart. So the next thing we'll do here is we set up the Edge Microsoft Azure. We're gonna need that later on, so we'll just go ahead and set this up and get it out of the way, and now be on the main page of Microsoft Edge. So we'll minimize this stuff right here. Okay, and we'll go to the start menu here, and we are looking for event viewer, so we can look at some of the stuff in here. Viewer, here it is, and see if we can maximize it here a bit. Right, so in here we'll go to the Windows log here. It might take a little bit to load all this things up after you've first time you open up this logs, because it need to gather all the information, and that takes a little bit to go inside here. Right, so after window login, we'll go to the securities here. Right, so once we are in here, we'll probably have to maximize this a little bit so we can going on here. Alright, so here we'll be focusing on 4625 event logs here. These are the log over here. I'll be focused because if you just expand here, if I can find how to do it. Right, so these are the audit failure. Remember when we logged in and I put in wrong password. So this is where the logs created, and this numbered by 4625. And once you try to click on it, and we'll see the events here. We'll broaden up a little bit here so we can see what we are looking at. Right, so in here, when you look at, it'll show the ID, and it'll show the failure information here. Why was it failed? Unknown username and bad password and status and all that stuff, and where the source is coming from. So this is the source network address the inquiry or the login came from. So when we pull in all this information, we'll be able to tell where this particular IP is coming from, which country, and all that detailed information. So what we'll do here is we'll get this IP and run through the programmatically through the PowerShell, and using the API, and get the geolocation for this particular IP, or whatever the IPs are coming from. So, and we'll open up our browser here, and we'll go ahead and look for that API. So here we'll use the RDP Geo-Location API, and once we put in the information here, it's gonna let us know that what that IP is, what's the country name, state, province, city where it's coming from, latitude, longitude, time zone, IPS, and all that good stuff here. So basically we are going to use this here to create our own custom log. Then we are going to send that log to log analytic workspace in Azure, and then we are going to use Essential, the SIEM, to read the latitude, longitude, or the country, and then plot out different attackers on the map. Alright, so at this point we are going to go ahead and turn off all the firewalls on this virtual machine, so it's susceptible to, so it can respond to ICPM echo request, so people can discover it on the internet faster. So we'll go ahead and minimize the virtual machine here, and we'll go to our actual desktop, and then we are looking for a command line here. Go ahead and open it up. Alright, so we'll go ahead and ping our virtual machine. So it's a ping, and here is our IP address. So it's 20.64.241.7-D, and enter, and is pinging our virtual machine here. And if you can see here, it's timing it out. So request time out. Again, it failed, it times out. Alright, so for that we'll go back to our virtual machine here, and right, so here we'll go to open our wf.msc file here. Alright, and let's we'll click on the window firewall properties here. Right, so domain profile, turn it off. Private, turn it off. So basically just turn off everything here, so discoverable by, and apply, hit OK, and it'll give us a pop-up message here. Now minimize your virtual machine here, and now see that ping is running now. And go ahead and X out from this command window here. Right, and then we'll go back to our virtual machine here. We'll go ahead and close this window here. and then close this event viewer as well. Now we'll go ahead and download the PowerShell script here. Right, so we'll go back to the edge, and here we'll paste our link here, and I'm going to put this link into the description, so you can easily get this access to this file here. So the easiest way we can do is after the file opens, we just copy everything in here, and once you copied that link, you just search up for the ICE, the PowerShell ICE on your virtual machine here. Here it is, and we'll click on that, and it start loading up, and this is our ICE here. Right, and we'll new, we'll paste the code here. Now we are going to save that on the dashboard. Let me just file, we just save it. Go ahead and do it on the desktop, and we'll name it something like file. Go ahead and save it. Alright, and I'll go ahead and close this thing here, and we'll make this one a little bit bigger here. That's better. Right, so the next thing we are going to do here is we're not going to spend too much time in here explaining the codes or anything like that, but just briefly we'll go over some of the functionality here. But first we'll need to get the code for this, and from the website we showed earlier on, we can go ahead and get the code from there. So let's see here. Right, so we'll have to go back to the site over here, geolocation.io, and there's where you're going to get this code here. So all you need to do is just go to the site up here, and just sign up for that, and once you sign up, it'll provide you the access code for that. So go ahead and sign up for this in this site here. Alright, so once you have your key, you can go ahead and paste it here, and once you do that, you'll get all the information we are going to require, longitude and latitude and such. If you don't have that code, unfortunately you are not going to get the information through this site here. So yeah. Right, so I'll go ahead and run this code here. So basically what it does is it just grabs the information from the log file, the log event we saw earlier on. So it grabs the geolocation from this information and pass it through the code, and gives us the result. Basically that's what it does here. And it puts the data over here on C program file into the program data file. So if this folder basically is a hidden folder, and you can access it through searching for it. And we are going to use those files later on to train log analytic basic workspace kind of accept and the parse out in the custom log will make sense later on in the video. Alright, so once you put in your API key in here, we are going to go ahead and run the script here, and now it's running here. And you can see that it's kind of a purple output here. This will come here when there's a fail logged event here. So basically what's happening here is So basically it looks through this events here, and the 4688 logs here, and 46 I forgot 4654 logs up here, and so it takes all the value from here, and it runs through this API and creates this failed logs here. And once it puts through that, what it does is it creates the failed log file, which is in here, our program file, which is hidden here. So you probably have to figure out the way to unhide it. And if you can see here, this is the failed RDP. So once we open that up, we'll see all that failed attempt here on the files, and latitude and latitude and destinations in the source file. All the stuff is over here. Right, so once someone fails for the login, it comes down here. So I'll show it. We'll try it one more time from our computer and try and fail this and see how that looks like here. Minimize all this. We'll probably gonna minimize this one as well. Maybe just that's better. So we'll X out from our virtual machine here. To X out, we just want to minimize it, and then we'll go to and then we'll go for the RDP remote connection, if we can find it. There we go. And then we'll try to log in to this IP again here, and this time we probably going to try and add some kind of different connection and use a different account. So let's see, build you1, and we'll put in some kind of generic password here and try and log in here. And it failed. So if we go back to our computer here, we'll see it just came in the latitude. Let me from Yogi Spot, and this is where it came from. So basically, this is how it gets transported here. And if we go back to right, and we go to our system files here and bring it back again, minimize this so we can look at the logs. So that's the last one there. It came in when we failed the last one here. So we'll just try to see. There you go. All right, so next thing we are going to do is we'll go back to our Azure base here, and let's minimize this machine here, and here we are. Close all this down. So next thing now we are going to do is we are going to create a custom log inside our log analytics workspace that will allow us to bring custom logs with the geodata into our analytics workspace. So let's go up here, and we'll go log analytics workspace. This, and we'll click on our workspace here, and then we'll go to the custom logs here. Right, so we'll go ahead and add the custom log here, and that file is on our virtual machine. So what we'll do is we'll go up here, open up the file here, and probably just control all and control copy all the stuff in here, and then we'll minimize the virtual machine here, and here on our main desktop we'll go ahead and open up our notepad. Open up, we'll go ahead and paste the information here. Alright, and we'll go ahead and save this file on our desktop here. Save as, we'll go to the desktop here, and we'll name it failed RDP. Okay. Save it, and we'll it's off, and we'll go ahead and open up that file from the desktop. Hit next. So basically, this is where we're gonna just separate all the information is brought in. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hit next here, and path where this file lives. So window the path, you have to be sure where the path is. So you can go back to our virtual machine here, and we'll go to where that file lived, and we'll copy that destination there, and / and just copy this out, and paste it here, just to be sure that we are getting the correct path here. Hit next. Right, and we'll name it with failed RDP with Geo, and it'll automatically take the value, the CL value here, and we'll go ahead and click next, and we'll hit on create, and we'll create our custom log here. So this process, I mean, it's already created the file based here, but however, it does take a while to get it across and get it synced in with the virtual machine. So it does take a while. So if we go back to the logs and try to see if we can run the backup file here, see if that's came in, but normally it does take a while, so you will get the result here eventually at the end, once it shrinks up and all those data processed. But let's try and see if the security files have come in. Security events right here. And if we run the security event, we will see yeah, it's not populated yet, so it takes a light while to populate all those files, so we'll come back when it gets done here. Alright, so some time has been passed, almost like half an hour to an hour, and we'll try and run this thing again. And as we can see here, we see lots and lots of the logs here. So if we go back to our virtual machine quickly right here and minimize this and bring out this one up here, and as you can see all the way bottom here, all these lines, the latitude and all this stuff here, which is this portion, the raw data right here. This is all the data, it's from that file there imported. So next thing we are going to do is we are going to take this raw data from here, and we are going to extract some of the values from that. How we have a fields here like a time generated in the computer and the raw data type, and so on. And so forth. So we want to have like a latitude line here and a longitude line here, destination, username. So we want to have a separate columns. Right, and so we're going to right click on any of these. We'll just choose the first one, and we'll extract the field from field RDP with GEO. Click on that, and we'll come down to this page here, and in here in our raw data, let me just maximize this a little bit. Right, so we see the latitude, longitude, destination, the username administrator, Central Federal District, Russia, and all that stuff. So basically we just have to extract all this, and we'll go ahead and highlight this field here, and we'll call it latitude. And for that, we'll choose the numeric, and we'll hit the extract. Right, so it looks everything all right here, and it's all numerical. So the point of having kind of sample data is so we can train this to extract. And sometimes it does randomly choose just random stuff here, but over here everything looks okay. So we'll go ahead and save the extraction here. Alright, so we have saved that one up, and we'll do that thing one more time. Go back into the custom field, and this time we'll choose the longitude here, and we'll choose that value here. And that will be the longitude, and numeric and extract. Right, and now over here everything looks okay. Everything is chosen numerical. Errors, so we'll go ahead and save that extraction here. Alright, so the next thing we'll do is destination host here. We'll select that right there, and we'll name it destination host. It's just a text, so we'll extract that. Right, so it looks like everything got selected properly here, and it is actual honeypot here. So it looks like all the destination host got selected properly. Don't see any errors or miss any information here, so we'll go ahead and save that extraction here. Alright, so the next one is going to be the username here. We'll select that, and we'll do username here. And it will be the text file. We'll extract that, and let's see, administrator, username. So it looks like everything got out selected properly. No errors or anything in here. So we'll go ahead and save the extraction here. Right. So the next thing's going to be the source host, and this is the IP they've tried to log in with. So select that, and that will be source host here. So we'll choose the numerical here and extract. Right, so this is our source host here, and let's see if anything missing or any odd stuff as selected. Looks everything okay here. So we'll go ahead and save this extraction here. Right, so the next thing is going to be state, and we'll go ahead and select this. It might be a province, but we'll just go ahead and select the state here. And extract. Right, looks like all the states has been selected here, and see no any other than the states are selected here. I'm just keeping my eye on here, see if something misplaced, or if sometime it does intend to select a different thing than the states. But for this one, it looks complete accurate. So we'll go ahead and save the extraction here. Right, so the next thing is going to be the country, and we'll go ahead and select that here. Right, and that's country, and we'll go ahead and extract that, and let's see if we are having any issue. Country, Indonesia, country, Indonesia, country, Russia. So it's selected everything properly, so we'll go ahead and save that as extraction here. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is label. So we'll select this Russia, and this IP address along with that. Alright, and we'll go ahead and extract that. And let's see if any inaccuracy in here, if the machine have selected anything else than the country and the IP address. That's the full address: Indonesia, and Indonesia, Russia, and the IP address, Russia, and the IP address. So that all look well. So we'll go ahead and save the extraction here. Alright, so the last thing we're going to select is the time stamp here. So we'll go ahead and select that, and we'll put in time stamp. And for the field here, we'll do the daytime here, and go ahead and extract that. And let's see here if it's got any errors, or chosen anything other than the timestamp. Looks everything accurate. Yeah, looks everything perfect here. Right, so we'll go ahead and save the here. Right, so we are back to our main page here. So what we'll do here, we'll go back to this field here and try to run it again, and run. Right, so you can see here that all our the extract we have created, the latitude, longitude, destination, username, source host, state, country, labels, everything is got populated here. However, it does not have any values because so the data will come here as a subsequent logs. So when we run the new field, that's when it's going to display all this field. Right, and to look at those custom logs, we go right here, and right, so now we have our highlighter on. We'll be able to look at it properly. So we'll go ahead and click on this custom logs here. Yeah, okay. Right, and that's the custom field log we have created here. And if we go to the custom field, we'll see all the field we have created here. The extract we have created here is end up in this log here. So in the future, if you have many a field coming up and say longitude or latitude, something is failing or not providing the accurate information, what you can do here is select that and go ahead and delete that up here and redo that. So go back to the field and create a new extract. That way there you'll have the accurate information there. Go back to the logs and run the extract one more time here. Go field, run it. And we can see still it's empty, nothing has been populated here because we don't have any failed attempt yet. So if we go back to our machine here, and we'll see that no new logs has been come up yet. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and fill one more log and see that data comes in here. All right, so we'll go in our actual computer here, and we'll try to fill the log here again. Connect. Choices, use a different account, and here we'll choose something random. All right, and it's got filled again. So we see that our field has come up over here, and if we go back to our notes here, we'll see one more field has come up in our field right over here. Right, so if we can minimize the virtual machine here, go back to our logs here, and we run the log again. It takes a while to pass through the stuff through the API and come here, so it takes a little bit. So once it comes back here, we'll resume this video here. Alright, so now after like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes when we refreshed this thing, all the field has started coming up. The field one, so we have timestamp here, which is UTC, label for the Indonesia, and I'm sure it will have an IP address as well. Toggle to that, and the country is Indonesia, the state or province, I'm not sure where that is, and this is the source host, the IP address, we filled it in. Username, that's all coming from the administrator. One of these is through the PC, and the destination, that is on our honeypot, and the longitude is here, latitude is here, and so all the required field, it came up. So this is a perfect setup right here. So next thing we are going to do is we'll go ahead and set up our map in the Essential. Right, and we'll just keep this on, and we'll go ahead and open up a new window, and we'll go to Portal. There we are. So and we'll type in here Sentinel, and here it is. We'll click on that, and that's our machine here. We'll click on that. So as we can see here, we got on the overview, we got some sort of information here. It's of how many field log and field the heartbeat and the usage and others and stuff like that. So we do have a general information here, but we'll do this in the detail. The way we do is we'll have the more information on the right on the map, so it'll be easier to look at it and understand. Right, so we'll go to workbooks here, and here it is, and we'll go ahead and add a new workbook here. Right, and we'll edit the existing one. And this default widgets here, we're not going to need them, so we'll remove them. Remove, yes, I'm sure. Edit, remove, yes, I'm sure. So it's got deleted here. So we are going to go ahead and add a query here. All right, so we'll put this query here in this field. I'm going to leave the description in the video down here, so you'll be able to see, just copy it and paste it here. But just to be sure, summarize in country, short source, we got the label, destination, and let's see that, yeah, everything looks perfect here. So maybe we can just do this in the down there, so it's easier for us to put that underneath as well. So we'll be nice and tidy here. Are we missing anything here? So we've got latitude, longitude, labels, destination. I think we are going to need country here. So where are we going to add that? Let's see. Maybe here. Yeah, we'll add the country here. Commas, I think that should be proper. Yeah, it looks perfect. Let's try to run it and see what sort of is giving us an error, which is a fill RDP. Let's see here what we have put in for the value. Oh, okay, so that is lowercase, and we have put in the uppercase here. So we'll go ahead and change that. There you go. Now we'll try to run that and see what happens now. Right, perfect. There you are. So all the information we wanted, that's working properly. Longitude, latitude, event, country, destination, labels. So this is good. This is perfect. And for the visualization, we want to look at it as a map. And so the location information here, we can either do latitude and longitude, or you can select the country or region, which will put it on a map. So we'll do the latitude and longitude first, right? So for latitude, we are going to choose latitude, and longitude, we are going to choose a longitude, and the rest of the stuff we'll leave it as is, and we'll go ahead and apply this here. And this is the last query came from, and let me try to, there we go. And that's from Indonesia. If we look at our log here, that is came from, so the attack came from Indonesia right here. So this is the last one in the in our virtual machine here. So that's the value it's bringing it from here, and it's showing on the map where it came from, the last one. And here we'll change the map to the full size here. There you are. So you can see it better now. But this is Indonesia. The last failed attempt came from in our virtual machine. And we'll change the metrics label here, so it'll show us country and the IP address. So for that, so the metrics will choose the label here, and metrics value will choose event count. And we'll go ahead and apply, and as you can see here, it's 2.21k. It came from this destination here. So next thing we can do is, if we need more proper values, I've found that if you rather change to the country and region, that gives us accurate information here. So we'll choose a country here, and everything else remains the same. When we hit apply, now we can see that the attacks 2.1k came from Indonesia and 114th from unknown location, and it will roughly about choose where those attacks came from. But for now, we'll just save it and close this window here. Right, so next thing we'll save this map here. Right, so we'll name it something like failed RDP world map. And time zone, we are going to save that into the West Coast US2 and save. Item was created successfully, so we've successfully saved this map, and we'll done editing, and here we have our map, and refresh rate will probably save it for 5 minutes, apply, and we'll save it here. So it will refresh every 5 minutes, and as of right now it's at 2.77k. So by the time when we come back to this map, and many people will try to fail attempt here, we will have a higher value than that, and there might be all over the world. So we'll come back maybe later on, maybe tomorrow, and see if how many people have tried. So this value is going to go way up higher than this. And just to be a quick reminder, on our virtual machine, this script has to be running in the background all the time, so our data can be passed from here to our main API, and then convert that into the data and bring it over here to the map. So we have to have that script run in the background, just a reminder there. Yeah, so we'll try to fail one more login attempt here. This time we'll connect, and we'll choose a different name here. Last time. And for the password, it will be just a random stuff here, and okay, and it's failed again, and let's see. There you go. That failed came in just now. All right, we'll minimize that and go back to our map here, and when we refresh, so from 2.77 now it's gone up all the way 3.7k in just amount of minutes. So we can see here that constantly this attacks coming from Indonesia. I don't know why, but over the time it might be able to go all around the world. So after they discover this machine, it will run it through, and as of right now it's coming strongly from Indonesia. I don't know why. Right, so we left this alone overnight, and as you can see, it's more like 18k from Indonesia, 18k from Russia, unknown 114, United States actually 71, South Korea 13 of them, Canada surprisingly 4 of them. So you can see this is coming from all over the world, so quite interesting to see stuff are coming from all over the places. Yeah, and takeaway from this is always use the strongest password, because people of the world don't care who you are. They just want to get into your system. That could be for the various reasons. So always use a stronger password, and don't use just like an ordinary password, like a password or administrator or something like that. Always use a stronger password, like a collision combination of numbers and letters, uppercase, lowercase, and special characters. Or generally you just disable RDP when you're not using it. That might be a good way to go. You can see here it's not even 24 hours and you see there's thousands and thousands of attacks. So imagine how vulnerable anything you put on the internet is. So always use like a two-factor password. Always use a stronger password, or maybe try to change it as frequent as possible. So that'll be all for us, and thank you for watching. Alright, so once you've done with your using your Microsoft Azure, what you need to do is you will need to eliminate your resource group, because what will happen, it will eat up your subscription and might end up getting charged for the stuff. So I highly recommend it. Just go back once you're done with your lab, go back to the subscription and resources and eliminate all of them. So with that, you go to the resource group, and here it is. Alright, so that's the resource group we had created. So we'll go inside there and select all the resources here. Delete resource group right here, and you will have to name it. So ours is Honeypot Lab, and it'll get all green here, and we'll go ahead and delete that, and that'll be it.